Hey you guys, this is Shanice Omar and I am here with a friend of mine, Minister Cobbs. He is the youth coordinator here at our church, Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Baptist Church in Renton. And he's a pretty interesting fellow. I see how the kids are with him and I'm always looking and they love him. And so I thought I'd interview him and just learn a little more about him. Hey Trayvon. Thank you for letting me interview you. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Are you from Seattle?
Originally, no. I was born, and we're going to do this in a way where I can talk to you guys as well as her, because, you know, I definitely want to interact with you as well. So, no, I wasn't born in Washington. I was born in Illinois, moved out here when I was about 7. And we just kind of moved around a lot in Washington until we finally settled in the Seattle area when I was about 16. So I consider Washington my home, although I wasn't born here. But you hear people say, "Oh no, I'm from Chicago or LA." I'm like, "Oh, word? How long have you been living out here for?" I've been out here for like 20 years. I'm like, no, you're from Seattle. From here. So yeah, this is my home base.
Okay. So and did you grow up in church?
No, I didn't. I wasn't really raised in the church. I came to church occasionally at times with my dad when I would come and watch my sisters, you know, perform in the youth choir or dance and stuff like that. But no, I really grew up with my mom mostly. And so growing up at my mother's house, we never prayed, never went to church, never talked about Christ in that household, never prayed over our food. And it's because she had a pretty hard upbringing. You know, she was molested most of the years of her life, witnessed her mother get murdered, which was, you know, my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
And while the knife was in my grandmother's chest, from what my mother would tell me, you know, my grandmother was like, "Can you pray for this man?" as she was taking her last breath. And my mom was like, "Absolutely not, you know, why would I pray for this man? What about me? What about my sisters? We have no mother, our dad is already gone." So that was her idea of God. You know, if God was real, like most people ask, why would he allow such bad to happen to us?
Wow.
So as a result, growing up, my mom, you know, and I asked her nowadays, "How come we never went to church?" And she said, "Because I never thought God had anything good to offer."
So then what brought you to church then? It wasn't not necessarily your upbringing. What brought you to Christ?
Yeah, I think the catalyst was when I was about 23 years old.
Wait, you're not 23 right now? You're not 19?
No.
Okay, because you look really young. I'm telling my age.
I'm 28 years old.
Oh gosh, okay.
Getting old. But yeah, no, I was 23 years old. I was living in Texas, and I, you know, up to that point, I had been in prison. I had been, you know, homeless. You know, I'd been on drugs and alcohol, and just my life was just spiraling downhill like most people. And you know, I never really believed in evolution like, you know, they teach in school. So I always thought there was something greater than me in life. And to make a long story short, as I was in Texas and as I was considering suicide and considering just going back out in the streets and just really living life crazy to where somebody was going to take my life because I didn't feel the point of living, I cried out and I said, you know, "God, if you're real, you know, show me." And he showed up in an amazing way, which is a story that I share with my kids at times of how he revealed himself to me, showed me that there is a God that exists, that this isn't no fairy tale. And then I went on a journey to find out how to learn about this God, and that's when I met a man named Jesus Christ. And at 24 is when I got saved and finally gave my life to this man. After looking at Muhammad and Buddha and Hare Krishna and all the New Age philosophy, when I met Jesus and I finally read the Bible and learned what he did, and that's when I felt the love of God finally come over me, and I haven't looked back since.
Wow, that is an amazing, amazing transformation. I think what sticks out for me when I see you is how the kids really take to you. You're real with them. You're raw with them. You're not. You don't hide or mask your past, but you let them know that there can be transformation. You're never too far out to come back to God, that Jesus still has his arms open for us all. And so I think that you're amazing.
Matthew.
Oh, look.
Come.
Hey, we have one of our youth right here.
And I'm very spontaneous because, you know, my main goal in life is to make God real, you know, to the kids.
Because he is.
And this is a man who had doubts, had questions, and now he's saved. You know, he's born again, got baptized. At first had a lot of doubts and was like, "I don't get all this Christian stuff, the Bible and Jesus." And you know, I was like, "I feel you, I understand, but let me break it down to a way where you can understand the reality of this God, because this is real." You know, I mean, I know we got this big book and we see all these stories and we hear about Moses and all this Red Sea.
Right, but what's the practical application of it? Well, how can we apply that to our daily life, especially when our circumstances aren't as nice as we would want them to be? How can we how can God help us, or how can Jesus change us? We think, oh, we're too far out.
Yeah.
We've done too much. He'll never save a wretch like me, you know. But yes, he will.
He's real. He's
Yeah.
real. So I said to drag you along.
Thank you. But yeah, that's this is Minister Trayvon Cobbs. He is our youth minister here at Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Baptist Church. The kids love him. I'm so happy that we had a chance to just talk, and then also talk on camera, because I think that people need to meet you, see you, know what you're doing with the youth here at Martin Luther King, know what you're doing with the youth in the community, because it's not just here at Martin Luther King either. So I'm just really proud of you. I'm happy that you're part of our church body. Is there anything that you would just like to end this conversation with?
Man, that's a good question, and the answer is no. I was trying to think of something real philosophical
Right.
to say, but no, just the fact that God is real, and as you're gonna post this video on YouTube, and folks that see it, God is real.
Yes,
and
He
He's
is.
changed my life, and He's a God who's not too distant, and He wants to be found. I was telling the kids that a lot of people think God is hard to find, but when you're a kid and you play hide and seek, your goal is to hide and not be found.
Mm-hmm.
But when you become a parent and you have children, and those kids want to play hide and seek, your objective is to be found.
That's
because
right.
if they can't find you, they get disappointed, discouraged.
That's right.
And that's how God is.
That's
so,
right.
So God is saying, seek me and you'll find me. And so God is real. I'm 28. I love the Lord. I got my bachelor's degree
On
now.
fire.
Man, I got an awesome career. Man, we out here going crazy, man. We got, Mercedes driving by.
Right,
Go
cars.
ahead, get on by,
We're in the church parking lot.
but man, God is good, and He's real. He's real, and so that's just all I gotta say. He's real. He's real. He's real, and there's no lie about it. And Christ is the only way.
That's right.
There's no other way.
Well, it looks like that's a wrap, and that's all, folks.
Deuces.